Welcome to the Kind of Nerdy Girls podcast. Fandom, fun, funny.
Okay, fun fact. First movie that you saw in a theater that you remember. Choo, 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 pop, pop, ping, ping, poo, 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 pop, 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 poo. Welcome to the Kind of Nerdy Girls podcast. If you're watching this on Patreon right now, Jonah and Katie are very stressed with the fun fact. We're going to have to see what they come up with. It's the Kind of Nerdy Girls podcast. I'm going to stall a little bit. Looks like maybe Jonah is coming up with something, so we'll go to her first. Choo, 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 choo. Joining us today, she'll be telling us what's got Johna weeping. Woo, choo, choo, choo. It's producer Jonah.
Okay, the only movie that I can literally remember off the top of my head is Cat in the Hat, the live action one with Mike Myers.
Ah,
I remember
Katie does not approve.
I love that movie. That's a comfort movie for me.
I did love that movie at the time. Now I'm
Did
like,
you?
all
I
right,
love it
this
now.
is weird, but
I love it. It's my favorite thing ever.
Woo, 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 woo. Beep, beep, doop, 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 boop, 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 boop. Making gaming noises because she's a gaming girl. Boop, 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 boop. It's Gamer Katie.
hey, I actually don't have an answer for our fun fact because my memory is garbage. And the only thing I'm coming up with was I saw Valkyrie in theaters in high school.
What?
Yeah, I can't remember anything before that.
Katie, you
I
went.
know.
What did you
I saw
think
movies
about
before high school, guaranteed, but I
Think
don't
about,
remember
like,
any.
the Disney movies, like as a kid, something you would have seen?
I don't know.
Oh man, I'm so sorry
I don't
for you.
remember.
I'm so sad. Foo, choo, choo, choo. Pop, 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 whoop, 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 whoop. My name is KJ, and let's see, I'm a little older than you, wonderful ladies. The first movie that I remember seeing in theaters, well, I'll tell you, it was the first cartoon, like Disney thing I saw in theaters was Fox and the Hound. If you've never seen it, save yourself the heartache. Just a tragic story that I accidentally watched as an adult because I loved Fox and the Hound so much as a kid, and that I was traumatized as an adult because I understood what was happening, and it was terrible. But the first actual movie I saw was Empire Strikes Back. And
that's a good one.
that was where my nerdy life began. I don't remember because I was so young, so I don't even know if I'd even seen the first Star Wars movie. It didn't matter. Like, I loved Princess Leia and I loved Empire Strikes Back. So props to my Aunt Kay because she took me to see Empire Strikes Back, and that made me the woman I am today. Thank you, Aunt Kay.
Yes, Aunt Kay. A+.
This podcast brought to you by Aunt Kay. Okay, so we're going to get into gaming update with Katie. She had all kinds of stuff from E3 the last time that we talked. We'll get to a gaming update with Katie, but I thought we would kick things off with one of our favorite segments. Let's get the crying out of the way.
Wait, are you telling me the video game segment is not your favorite?
No, did I say that?
It's my second favorite.
No, I don't think I said it was not my favorite. I was just saying we've been doing the
There was a but in there.
We've been doing the gaming update because I listen to our podcast, unlike you, Katie. And we've been doing the gaming update with you, like, first thing quite a bit lately. So I thought we would just rotate it around a little bit. I have a Chris Evans update coming up. We got some binges and books, but let's get the crying out of the way. Do we all agree? Can we all agree?
I'm fine.
All in
favor, say aye.
Aye.
Aye. Katie, you got to say aye.
Present.
You're that girl. Okay. Woo, choo, 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 poo, 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 wah, 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 wah. It's time for What's Got Johna Weeping.
Wow, I'd like to thank the Academy for letting me go first.
All right, take it away, Jonah.
Okay, so I watched this movie on Netflix called Flipped, and I couldn't tell you what year it came out, and I couldn't tell you who is in it, but it's called Flipped.
Okay.
And it's about this boy who moves into this new neighborhood, and the girl across the street, like, he's like 7 or 8 when he moves in. The girl across the street sees him and she's like, I love that guy. But the girl across the street, she was like, oh my God, I'm in love with this kid, like, forever. So of course they have to go to school together, but he like does not like her at all. He's like, please leave me alone. Like, he is not feeling it at all. And then, and it's so weird because the movie doesn't do like a progression as they like grow into like adults and all that stuff. They make it to like middle school or high school or something like that.
Okay.
Like the movie ends where they're in like middle school or high school, and they like start to, she was like, you know what? After a while of him, you know, rejecting her, she was like, you know what? I deserve better than this. I don't need him. And then he bought her.
Very progressive for middle school.
Yeah, no, it was super progressive, and it was in like the 50s or 60s or something like that. Like she was like, no, I don't need him. It's fine. I was like, okay, girl, do you? You don't need him because he is nothing. Okay, you can do way better than him. Move out of that small town and you'll be better. I promise. That's how it works in the Hallmark movies.
That's right.
But so then, for some reason, I can't tell you what the reason was, he like starts to like her because he starts to like learn more about her and her family and stuff like that. So he starts to like have a crush on her and like all this stuff. And I was just like, okay, all right. Maybe I don't hate this as much as I thought that I would. Okay. And there's this one scene, and it like, there's this tree in their neighborhood where they get on the bus at, and she loves this tree, and she's in it every single morning, all the time. And they come to cut the tree down. She climbs the tree every single morning to tell everyone how far away the bus is.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, it's like a sycamore tree, I think. It's like real big. It's real pretty.
It's a sycamore tree.
I don't know. I can't remember what kind of tree it was. I think it was a sycamore.
I don't think that's important to the story, Jonah.
Oh, Katie doesn't care. She said, okay, bye. I don't care about trees. Why did Katie leave? I don't know. She doesn't care about trees, apparently.
Okay. Did I offend her with my sycamore tree?
Like,
all right, continue on.
So then there's a scene in the movie where these people come and someone buys the land and they have to cut the tree down. And she's like in this tree, and she's like, I think his name is Bryce. Her name is Julie. His name is Bryce. And Katie's back. Yay.
Welcome back, Katie.
Sorry, guys. My computer had a stroke.
So the lovebirds are in the tree, Katie.
Oh, Kissing.
No, that's not what happened. So she's like, Bryce, come help me save the tree. Help me save the tree. And Bryce is like, I'm going to school, so sorry.
What?
And he just leaves her. At this point, he doesn't like her, though. Like, this is leading up to him starting to like her. And she stays up in that tree for like all day long. Like, she misses school and everything. And so then they cut the tree down, and she's all sad. And then when she decides that Bryce isn't the guy for her, and then he starts to like her, she's like ignoring him like completely because he tried to kiss her in front of everybody. He was like, oh, I really like Julie now. I'm going to kiss her in front of everybody. But she was like, no, you can't kiss me, because she just like wasn't feeling it. So
because now the tree's gone, right?
Yeah.
You can't get the love when you let the tree go.
Well, he never climbed the tree with her, though, either. Like, he literally has been being so mean to her. That tree meant something to her,
and he didn't care.
Exactly.
Hashtag never forget the tree.
Never forget the tree. And so at the end of the movie, you see her like come out into the sitting room with her dad, and she sees Bryce digging a hole in their front yard. And she's like, why is he digging a hole in our front yard? And her dad's like, I gave him permission to do that. And she's like, what's he doing? And then he comes with like a little sycamore tree, and he plants it in her front yard. And I was like, okay. I was like, I wasn't expecting that to happen. And I'm like really happy at this point in time. Because how sweet. He planted the tree that she loved in her front yard. And then
the original love die. Go ahead. God. Yeah.
Yes,
he has a question.
Hi, yes, I have a question for the audience. Two questions, actually. One, how does this tiny baby tree replace this, I'm assuming, large tree that produces lots of oxygen?
I agree. I think you're letting this guy off too easy.
Yeah.
I mean, it's not me. I just thought it was a nice gesture. Like, and he's like, oh, this tree will grow like their love for each other.
Meanwhile,
that's obviously what the symbol is.
Meanwhile, we have less oxygen on the earth. But,
so you're contributing to deforestation in the name of love. Got it.
He planted a tree. He didn't cut the tree down.
Katie and I have
rarely in agreement, but
right.
Look, y'all.
Can we take a moment to be like, Katie and I agree?
I know.
This guy does not get away. So
we got to mark this day down.
Yeah.
On this day, June 23rd of 2021.
Katie and I united for the sake of a fictional sycamore tree. And there was harmony and peace across the land.
I don't care about a lot of things, but one of them is the environment.
Well, okay. It was the 50s, so like nobody cared about the environment.
You're right.
Like,
well, had they cared a little bit more, we wouldn't be where we are right now.
Well, I didn't live back then, so it's not my fault.
All right. How many
follow-up question?
Oh, yes. Go ahead, Katie.
Wasn't this an episode of The Simpsons?
I don't know.
I'm pretty sure there was. It's kind of sorta. So there was like Lisa joins this like PETA-esque group where it's like, oh, save the rainforest or whatever, and there's like this giant tree that they're gonna cut down, so she climbs and she like lives in it for a while.
Oh yeah, I see that episode.
Yeah, wasn't this a Simpsons episode?
I don't know if they replanted a tree though.
Loosely based on a Simpsons episode.
I don't know, man. I just thought it was really sweet that he was just like, OMG. He was like, you know what, Julie, I want you to know how much I care about you, and I'm gonna plant a tree for you in your front yard. And I was like, that is so nice. I wish someone would plant a tree for me.
All right, how many?
Be a strong, independent woman.
How many weeps did you give it, John? How many weeps?
6.
And where can we find it again?
Netflix.
All right. Woo, choo, wah, 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 wah. It's time for the Chris Evans update. Wah, wah, wah,
yay.
Wah, wah, woo! Speaking of trees, the Chris Evans Christmas in July celebration is being planned as we speak. Remember that you can get your picture with a stand-up, your choice of regular cap or Avenger cap, and the Christmas tree at PopCon, July 9th through the 11th. Just look for the Kind of Nerdy Girls booth and give us a little gift to help Paranormal Crossroad get kickstarted, and we will give you the most wonderful photo op you could ever have in your entire life, next to an actual photo op with Chris Evans, like you can see in the picture behind me. Whoop, whoop.
It's exactly the same as a real photo op with Chris Evans, I promise.
It's as close as you're going to get.
Honestly, anyway. At this point, yeah, you're right.
However, can we talk about the fact that if Chris Evans was doing photo ops right now, I would not want one with him because he's got a freaking mustache for the gray man.
Oh, it's bad.
Also, I don't love his haircut either. Like, I'm super like.
Is it bring me pictures of Spider-Man again?
Hang on, I'm gonna see if I can find it I can.
It's kind of I saw the mustache and I immediately like wiped it from my brain. So let me bring it back. But I feel like his hair is kind of a little bit like Steve Rogers before the super serum, where it's kind of nerd, like that off to the side, kind of like a nerdy-ish look. But then he's got, the bone structure that we know of Chris Evans. And then he's got the freaking mustache. It's like he figured out he's the most beautiful man on the planet, so he can just make himself look ugly and we'll still love him. And we will.
He knows that.
Because it's for the role. Because
he's the J. Jonah Jameson mustache again?
I'm going to find it.
Honestly, I can't even give you a description because Jonna tweeted it at me and I was like, whoa! And I
Well, let's relive your trauma here a little bit.
No,
tell me about it.
I don't want to. While Jonna is looking for the picture, I am going to tell you that Chris Evans has been challenged for the title of America's Ass by David Harbour, who is going to be in Black Widow.
I got it.
That's a little Chris Evans news for you.
All right, I'm ready.
All right.
I wasn't ready. Oh.
No.
I know, right?
So the hair is thicker.
He looks like he's like 14 and grew his first mustache.
It's so bad. Does he get a makeover montage in The Gray Man? Like, is this?
Are you telling me he can't afford someone to tell him that?
Are you okay, Katie? Did her computer just die again?
Probably.
Oh dear. Okay. Well, while Katie tries,
he does look like a little baby though in this picture. Like he looks so young, but like with the creeper stash. Like, look at it.
Oh yeah, it's worse than the other one because when he was doing the Broadway thing, it was just kind of like straight across. And this
because it's like a policeman's mustache. Or whatever.
This was like almost getting into the I don't know what the mutton chops. Is that what they call it?
Oh, it's like what's it called?
I don't know.
Fu Manchu or whatever it's called.
Is that what it is? I don't. I know so little about the mustache because I'm not giving it any of my time because it doesn't belong.
Also, look at how thick my boy's eyebrows are.
His eyebrows are really thick. That can't be real. And that hair, I don't know that that's his. That looks like a wig. His hair's not
grown his hair out.
You think so?
He could have grown his hair out.
Okay, that looks like a wig. I don't know.
It could be.
Anyway, moving on. That is your Chris Evans update. You can see both the stand-ups that I have of Chris Evans for our patrons' enjoyment. He is clean shaven in both of them. So
excuse me. I would like to say, people who make cutouts, please make a Captain America Infinity War stand-up with the beard and the long hair, because that my man was, I feel, at his finest at that point in time.
All right. You hear that, cutout people? That is
cutout people.
That is a challenge to you, cutout people. And by the way, this is, I mean, not to like, it's not news, but I think about Captain America a lot. Moving forward, in order for us to like keep things straight, when I say Captain America, I mean, it's never going to change. When it pops in my head, it's Steve Rogers, right? Mm-hmm. But I want to give, Sam Wilson a chance, and I need in my brain to recognize him. So for me, for a transition for a while, just know that if I'm talking about Captain America, I mean Steve Rogers. If I'm talking about Sam, I will call him Captain Sam America. And that way I can keep them separate. So he's Captain Sam America. So if you could just also, Jonah, help with this while we get through this identity change.
If you are Captain Falcon,
Captain Sam America. Thank you. Get it trending. Hashtag Captain Sam America.
I'm dead.
Right. Oh God, Katie already rolled her eyes. Did you just roll your eyes?
No, I rolled my eyes because it's done it twice now.
Oh, okay. I thought you were rolling.
So I have to go fast in case it dies.
Okay. I thought you were rolling your eyes at Captain Sam America because that's what I'm going to call.
No, I like Captain Sam.
Captain Sam America. Yeah. Okay. All right. Thank you.
Yeah,
all right. All right. Woo, choo, choo, choo. Pop, pop, pop. Ping, ping, boop, 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 boop. We've got binges and books coming up, but first, beep, boop, 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 boop. It's time for a gaming update. Beep, boop, 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 boop. Patch with Gamer Katie.
Have you guys ever heard of a little game called Farming Simulator?
No.
Oh,
I've heard of Farmville.
Boy, do I have a treat for you guys. It's like Farmville, but better.
Oh.
Is it better?
Yeah.
Okay.
So it came out like 7 or 8
Farmville
years
wasn't
ago.
that great.
And you play as a farmer, like you bale hay and you breed chickens and you got your little crops and you drive the tractor around, and it's just this big old farming simulator. Well, now there's a professional esports league for this game.
No way.
Yep. And the prize money is $250,000 for being the best at baling hay. Yeah.
No.
I need to play this game.
I know.
I will be dedicating all of my time to this.
So it's one of the many simulator series. So like there's truck driver simulator, there's farming simulator. I'm a big fan of truck driving simulator because it's like cross country driving, but a video game. So it's not very exciting.
So what are you doing? Are you driving like farm animals places?
No, like you're the farmer, so you drive the tractors and drive your little tractor into town, and you got your little farm going on, and like you're like going through the field, watering the plants and harvesting.
Did you guys know I used to drive a tractor?
Well, now you can do it virtually. Okay,
well, so good, because I wasn't good at it at 7 years old on the farm, and I probably shouldn't have been doing it.
I would assume not.
I mean, my uncle was with me, but I got to drive the tractor.
Yeah, I was reading about it.
That is country.
I enjoyed.
You guys remember when we were little and we were told like video games are a waste of time? And
excuse me,
you mean like you guys still tell me?
No, I mean, well, you haven't grown up to make any money playing video games, Katie.
Well, one day.
They used to say you are not going to make any money doing that. Now look at us.
Now look at like the 3 people that do make money playing video games.
It's not the 3 of us.
Not at all.
All right. So would you ever consider, Katie, going like full on into like this farming game so that you can make
finally
money?
An esports league I might be good at.
Okay. Would you join the league?
Oh gosh, if they would take me, yes.
Okay. Would you play Red Dead Redemption for money?
Yes, for also money and for free because I promised and agreed. So that is coming up. I'm actually prepared to do that as we.
You're going to get on our Twitch channel, and
I promised. Did I not?
She did.
You did.
Yeah, I have to follow through, right? I can't be a liar.
But did you figure out how to play the first one on Twitch?
I have not.
Could you set up a second cam that's just like showing you playing it?
Well, that's crappy, but
but people don't expect quality from us, Katie.
Well, that's true.
We got to strive.
If they've ever listened to our podcast, they don't think we're not quality.
They don't.
We got to strive to be better.
All right.
Sounds like
but I can at least pull through on Red Dead 2. And I'm ready for that when we are ready to go. So yes,
we're ready to go. Do you want to do like a launch party where we're all on together and then we set you free to play the game, or do you want to just get on there and play yourself?
It's up to you. I feel like you might get more out of it yourself if you participated, because I know you have to be involved when these people do arrive for PopCon, and you may be unfamiliar with the source material, but totally up to you.
That is correct. But can
it's
you
Cowboys.
Play?
You should like Cowboys.
But can you play, and then I could go back and can I watch you play on demand?
Yeah, I think so. I think.
Or do we need to be together?
If you want live in the moment entertainment, pure entertainment, then you're free to join.
I do. Let's figure that out, because you could do that
this weekend.
Okay. Let me see. We've got Johnny Storm's birthday party on Saturday.
Your kitty cat's having a birthday party?
Yes, Katie. I put an Amazon birthday wish list up on my page. And because, not to get like deep into it, but twice in Johnny Storm's little life, he has been hours away from euthanasia, and he has fought to be here. And so his first birthday is a very big deal for us. And so we made an Amazon birthday wish list, and he's got 5 gifts so far. I don't know where they came from, because I set it up so that they're addressed, like there are gifts arriving at our house addressed to Johnny Storm. So if you go to my Facebook page, or are you guys in KJ's Cat Club?
Yes.
No.
Katie, go to Facebook and type in KJ's Cat Club and request to join, and I will let you in, and then you can see Johnny Storm's. There's a birthday party invite. If you type into Facebook, into the search, Johnny Storm's first, like number 1, Johnny Storm's first birthday party, you'll see it.
Oh my God. Okay. Your membership is pending approval. Please answer the following question. Are you ready for a cat-tastic time?
Listen, I need to ask at least one question. If you're not ready for a cat-tastic time, you can't be in the cat club.
Answer unavailable.
Oh my gosh.
Submit.
All right. Member requests. Let's see. Who do I have here ready to join KJ's Cat Club? Let's move in very slow. There we go. Katie, approve.
Hey.
All right. Oh, yep. I'm going to approve a couple people here. Let's see. All right, Katie, you're in. So now you have joined KJ's Cat Club. You can see in the announcements Johnny Storm's birthday party, and you can order Johnny Storm a little gift. And if you order it today, I'm sure that it'll still make it here by Saturday, because Amazon is cool like that. There's little, there's some stuff in there that I'm like, I don't know, if you wanted to go all out, like one of its aunts wanted to get him a new fancy, electronic interactive toy. But then there's like the cat dancer toys that are on there that are like $2. He loves those things. Play with those all day.
You got a giant cushion. You got medicine. You got what looks like a tiny baby kiddie pool with fish in it. He doesn't have any medicine. What are you talking about? Feel Away.
Oh, Feel Away isn't medicine. Feel Away is a calming diffuser. So it releases the pheromone that they release to relax. So
a banana.
But the banana's great. The Yao banana is a magical cat toy. I don't know why, but they love every cat loves the banana. It's the best cat toy, and it's like
a chili pepper.
Mm-hmm.
This is going to be so fun for me to edit.
Okay.
I need you to put visuals in this one.
Okay. Yes, Jonna, will you go through Johnny Storm's? No, she's not, because she only edits the audio. All right. Well, I'll put it on. I'll put it
Make
on.
Patches
Patreon.
do it.
I'll put it on Patreon. If you haven't seen Johnny Storm's wish list, I'll put it up there for you.
Don't get the banana. I'm getting the banana.
He can have more than one banana. I mean, he tears through these bananas like they're actual bananas. So get him all the bananas. I don't care. All the bananas. Do it. Okay. So, Katie, anything else in the gaming world?
No, that was like my favorite thing this week. Finally, a game I might be good at.
Yay. A game you might make money doing someday.
Girl, I wish.
If you dream big. If you
that.
dream big. Okay, woo, choo, choo. Wow, ooh, it's time for binges and books. 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 Binges and binges and binges and books. Binges and books.
Wah, wah, wah.
Wiki, wiki.
I missed that.
Thank you very much. Thank you very much. Okay, I'm going to start because I never start. Binging. I just finished. We got all the way through Schitt's Creek second time and did the like end of show special and sobbed like a little baby again. I just love that show so much. And then we started binging the new season of Legends of Tomorrow. So I can't say enough good things about this show. If you're just looking for a little like fantastical journey, it's just the superheroes don't take themselves seriously. There's a lot of like little, quips between everybody, and they're traveling through time. So you get to like, they end up, mixed up in some of the like big events throughout time. And it's really just, it's just a joy. I highly recommend it. I can't say enough about Legends of Tomorrow. I do love Constantine, and I would love for him to have his own show again, but I'm super happy that he's in Legends of Tomorrow, and it's I give it 5 stars. So that's my binge for right now, catching up on the latest season. Jonah, you got a binge or a book?
I got both.
All right, let's hear your book first.
My book, I have the don't talk about me either, okay? Because I took the cover off of my book because I don't want it to get messed up in my purse.
Okay.
But it's this book. It's called Instructions for Dancing.
Okay.
And it's by Nicola Yoon.
Is this fiction, or are you actually learning to dance?
No, it's a fiction book.
Okay.
It's a romantic book.
I was like, I don't feel like you can learn dancing from a book.
No.
I can teach you some moves, Jonah. If you want to dance.
Well, it's about this girl who her parents are getting divorced and like all this stuff. And she's like me. She reads like a lot of romance novels. But then when she finds out her parents are getting divorced, she just doesn't believe in love anymore. And she gives away all of her romance books, which is so sad.
Aww.
So then she gives away all of her books, and then she like meets this old lady at like one of those like community library things, like where they look like a little mailbox. You know what I'm talking about? Yeah. And the lady's like, oh, like you should take this book, and it's called Instructions for Dancing. And then she has to return it to a dance studio. But in the midst of all of this, she has this weird power now where she can see, like if people kiss in front of her, she can see how their relationship starts and how their relationships end.
What?
Yeah. It's crazy.
Wow. She's like a relationship psychic?
Yeah, it's really, and she can only do it when people kiss. So if someone kisses in front of her, she can see the beginning of their relationship and the end of their relationship.
Ooh. Oh, that's juicy.
It's really good so far. Like I couldn't tell you what chapter I'm on because it's in my purse, but this is what the cover looks like. I got it at Target and I was very excited.
Instructions for Dancing. All right. Thanks, Jonah.
Really
what's your binge?
I started, thanks producer Patches for the Paramount Plus login. Again, appreciate you. I have been watching.
Have that?
Yeah.
Okay. Anyway,
I'm watching Why Women Kill on Paramount Plus.
Is this a documentary about chick murders?
Nope.
No? Okay.
It's a fictional drama, and it follows 3 different women across 3 different spans of time. Like one's in the 50s, one's in the 80s, and one's in 2019. And they all live in the same house. And like all the women, apparently, I'm assuming that they murder their husbands, but I'm not positive that they murdered their husbands.
Okay.
It's kind of like going through like their different lives or whatever.
Mm-hmm.
but it's got Jennifer Goodwin and Lucy Liu in it. Like it's like the first season has those two in it, and it's really, really good. Like I've been watching like a couple episodes like every night just so I can get to season 2. So
okay.
That's also what I've been watching.
Speaking of Helen Mirren, she and Lucy Liu have been cast as the villains for Shazam 2.
Nice.
Yeah,
I love Lucy Liu.
They just released some set photos, some of the cast photos. So it's like the kids now, like in their superhero, like the grown-up superhero version of them and their new superhero costumes. And I'm excited. Helen Mirren I love her in freaking everything. So her and Lucy Liu being the villains in Shazam 2. I'm just glad they're getting it done. Asher Angel is getting too old to be young Billy, and he's so good at it.
You are correct.
They're going to have to age him down.
Yeah, they are.
Yeah. So, all right. Well, cool. Well, Katie, let's go to you. Do you have a binge or a book?
I have a binge.
Okay.
I'm watching The World's Most Amazing Vacation Rentals on Netflix.
Really?
Yeah. Oh my gosh, it's lame. But boy, do I love it.
What are you watching?
The World's Most Amazing Vacation Rentals.
Are these things that get recommended to you?
It's top 10 in the US right now. Mm-hmm. So I clicked on it because I was like, you know what? I want something that I'm not actually going to watch, but I need noise. So the premise is like, it's these 3 people and they're like traveling the world. One of them picks like a budget place to stay. One of them picks like a luxury place to stay. And one of them picks a unique place to stay. And then they compare the pros and cons and like whatever. So the very first episode's like Bali in Indonesia. So they pick one. It's like, oh, it's $24 a night. And here's all the things you get with it. And then the second one's like, oh, unique. And like, it's amongst the rice fields. So we can like go to the festival in town and blah, blah, blah. And then there's one. It's like, here's our mega mansion in Bali that you can rent for the night. So I'm living my life through these people.
Sounds fun. Like, we should do that.
Kind of going on vacation vicariously.
You kind of like, I'm definitely not spending like $1,000 a night. So I'll just enjoy it on TV.
All right. Well, thanks, Katie. I don't understand how you find these things. Like,
it's literally in the top 10. Like I was searching through Netflix earlier today and I was scrolling through the top 10 and it's literally like it's like in the bottom of the top 10, but it's up there.
Okay. All right.
Yeah, it was weird.
Well, thanks, guys. Well, just a reminder, we're counting down the days to PopCon. Paranormal Crossroad will be there. We have a new episode, June 25th. It'll be the last episode that premieres on YouTube because we're coming to TV July 17th. So
coming to a television near you.
We'll still have episodes we'll still put episodes on YouTube. It's just exciting that like starting July 17th, if you've been watching the shows on YouTube, what will premiere on July 17th is the first episode from YouTube, which is the episode that we actually investigate my house. But there's all new footage and all kinds of cool stuff that you'd never before seen footage. And we like cleaned it up a little bit because we weren't expecting that to actually be an episode. Like it was just going on YouTube just because. And our Kickstarter is going great. We are 115% funded. We got funded for our lav mic set. So we are going to have a wireless lav mic set of up to 8 mics. So every single person.
So good.
I know. So you're not going to have to like struggle to hear us, which is great. We had one of our PX roadies, our little insider group, got to preview the new episode. And they're like, it's so good. That one part, it was hard to hear. And I'm like, that was me. That was before we were investigating. I walked into the room that only had a GoPro and the cat started talking through the music machine. And I'm like, oh crap, the cat's talking now. We weren't rolling. So that was my fault. Kitsy said that she did that early on in her career many times and learned to just like always have a camera and always be rolling. Because I guess, it makes sense. Like the spirits don't necessarily care if the cameras are rolling when they start.
They're doing it on purpose.
It's not like radio where you can't leave the mic on.
Yeah. No, you can leave the mic on. So leave it to a cat to start talking immediately when I walk in the room and we're not set up yet for quality audio purposes.
Sounds right.
So that'll be fun. So paranormalcrossroad.com. If you haven't caught up with the show, you can watch it on YouTube. It'll be coming to WNDY, working on what our
TV 23.
Yep. Do they still say My Indie TV 23?
Yep.
Okay.
I don't watch.
I've just been saying WNDY TV 23.
Well, yes, both are correct.
Okay. All right. Will you ask them, Katie, since that's your sister station there, can they get some social media handles? I would like to tag them in things,
right?
But they don't have any. Like, what the heck?
You probably won't. Probably won't.
A girl can dream. Well, you can find us then on, if you go to wishtv.com, you can find us there. So they'll be advertising the show. It's so exciting. Like, they're asking for graphics and things so that they can put stuff together for us. And I'm like, you're going to make graphics that I don't have to make? Like, somebody else is going to do that for me? I feel like such a TV star. So
I'm such a celebrity now.
I've got people to make graphics now.
Don't cry, KJ. It'll be okay, girl.
All right. Well, thank you guys for being here. It was super fun. If you missed it, my interview with CJ Ramon of the Ramones has been posted. He was really fun. He loves horror movies, and he could not say enough about like female heroes. He loves Sigourney Weaver in the Alien movies. He talked about like how that changed him. We talked about Princess Leia. He was just, I thought we were going to have, like, you never know with musicians if we're going to have to like, really talk about the music and like what the inspiration was. And he was just like the coolest guy. So excited about him coming to PopCon. Listen to that conversation. He's super into the paranormal. I actually started talking with him at the end and I had to go because I had another call, and I'm like, damn it, we could have spent the entire time talking about this stuff. And instead I was sitting there, I don't know. I mean, everything was good. I could have talked to him all day. So check out CJ Ramon on the Kind of Nerdy Girls and meet him at PopCon July 9th through the 11th. More info on that coming up after the jingle. The Kind of Nerdy Girls are proud to be a part of the Just What I Needed network, and we certainly hope we were just what you needed. To support the show, you can get yourself some merch and show off that you are kind of nerdy. Go to kindofnerdygirls.com and click on the Kind of Nerdy shop. And while you're there, you can also support the show by getting access to behind-the-scenes footage, videos of our podcast, and never-before-heard episodes from our classic Kind of Nerdy vault. Just become a patron at kindofnerdygirls.com.